All right, welcome back. Today is the day after. Uh, really don't know what to say. Really don't know what to tell you guys. Yesterday was a disaster. It was a debacle. Um, Twitter is off the hinges. I've seen things as far as Africa for people looking for the person that mows the lawn to get fired, like the cafeteria workers, the garbage men. Like everybody wants somebody fired, but I don't think we need to take it that far. Listen, it's only game two. We still have 15 more to go, but there definitely needs to be some changes made. And we'll take a look at them.
You know what they say when they see us? They point at us and say, those
I
are
can
bad
feel the
guys.
blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite.
I got to talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as
All
I see
right, so let's dig into this. You know, my man Engraven, he always says, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. And it's 100% true. But unfortunately, it's not something that the Ravens like to practice. They don't practice a lot of things that they preach. Um, Unfortunately, today, with some of the injuries that we had going on yesterday, Stephen Means is out for the season. He tore his Achilles tendon and he's going to be out for the year. Also, we had John Ross. He's been placed on injured reserve with a foot injury, so he's going to be out at least 4 games. Don't know what we're going to do. But as far as staying ready so you don't have to get ready, that applies to this outside linebacker position. We've had two, I'm sorry, my apologies. We've had one and a half outside linebackers on this roster the whole year, with Steven Means bouncing between the practice squad and the active roster. So that gives you 2.5. He's down. We had another outside linebacker on the practice squad. Was it Kirkland? I don't know the dude's name. Somebody that was pretty much irrelevant. He's been cut. So literally, we are stuck with one and a half outside linebackers. How is that conducive to winning? How does that make any sense? On a premium position on defense that we need, that we utilize to get to the quarterback, how do you have one and a half on your roster? And you guys want me to believe this team is going all in for Lamar to help him win? Like, we can't even get the simplest things correct. And it's starting to tick me off. But I'm not in charge of the team. I'm not in control. I can just sit back as a fan and voice my opinion, get mad, huff and puff, and then go on about my day. But I just think that the Ravens need to stay ready or even prepare to be ready so they don't have to get ready. Prepare. It's like a cold day in the winter. You're warming your car up so that by the time you get in it, it may not be toasty, but it's not frozen. You're not freezing your tail off. You can still pull off with enough view outside your windows that the frost isn't obstructing what's going on around you. Like, prepare yourself. Do something. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know where this team is going, the direction, the leadership. I mean, yesterday exposed a lot of things, and a lot of people were highly upset and wanted firings because of this game. I'm not one of those people. Now, I do want firings because of a repeated pattern of these games, not for this one, but a repeated pattern of the misuse in time, the misuse in players, the misuse of resources that we have for this team. And we're not winning. We're not doing right. We're not doing right by Lamar. Personally, he balled out. Today should be Lamar Jackson Flowers Day. Today should be the day that all of these pundits and all of these networks should be praising Lamar about the performance that he had yesterday. But no, we have to sit here and listen to everybody talk about how Tua torched this defense for 6 touchdowns. We had to listen to people talk about what's wrong with the Ravens. we completely keep failing Lamar. We keep unintentionally, in my opinion, throwing him under the bus because it's some of you fans out there that blame Lamar. You blame him for the fumble. You blame him for a missed pass, but you don't blame the people that called the plays. You don't blame the people that dropped the passes. You don't blame the people that misused the talent that we supposedly have on defense in the secondary. I don't care who's hurt. I don't care who's hurt. There are two guys on this team that you know can hurt you. It's two. And you left them in situations one-on-one with rookies. Now, that takes me to the defensive coordinator and your head coach. You know, John Harbaugh came out with his press conference like I knew he would today, and he seemed a little perturbed. He seemed a little on edge. Like, listen, you know, people out here who aren't coaching in the game can talk, they can say what they want to say, they can speak what they want to speak. But like my man Davon had to remind me, you know, Harbaugh's the first one to jump out there and say, listen, we don't listen to any of the noise outside of this organization. Well, apparently you are. Apparently you're hearing something. I don't know if you're hearing the sizzling sound of a seat getting hot, or you're just hearing the sound of somebody creeping up behind you like, hey, bro, I'm next. Like, I don't know what you're hearing, but you seemed a little edgy. And the reporters asked you about the mishaps, and you said, hey, it was a miscommunication. Players didn't realize their responsibilities. Now, this is the same thing that we heard from Wink Martindale. Like, his defense is too complex. Like, the players have too many assignments. They don't know what's going on. You know, we've blown coverages. Everything's getting lost in translation. But once again, new defensive coordinator, same old issues. I'm starting to believe it's not necessarily the defensive coordinators, because I think they have a blueprint, a scheme that they run, and nobody knows what's going on because you have a head coach who's a special teamer. Now, special teams, we straight. We're damn near 1, 2, 3 every year for the last 15 years. But when it comes to the offense or defensive side of the ball, we struggle with communication. We struggle with, plays should be in faster. You know, we've got to do a better job of everybody knowing their assignments. Speaking of assignments, you know, you have Kyle Hamilton, first round pick. I've heard, hey, he's a rookie, cut him some slack. I'm not cutting him any slack. He's a first round pick. He's a first round pick. You know, I understand it's his second game, and I'm not asking him to be out there and be an all-star. I'm not asking him to go out there and be a Pro Bowler or an all-pro or try to make the Hall of Fame in his first year. But what I am asking him to do as a top 15 pick is know your assignment. Know your assignment. Know where you're supposed to be. Know that, hey, even if that quarterback decides to run, it's Tua Tagovailoa. How far is Tua really going to get before somebody gets to him with the speed that we have on defense? Know your assignment. Stop peeking in the backfield. But then I guess I have to put that on a defensive coordinator. Once you realize that your rookie top 15 first round pick doesn't know where he's supposed to be, you get him out the game. Or you actually set him aside and say, look, bro, this is your assignment. You just take this part of the field and you stay here. This is your zone. This is where you dance at. You get that two-step going, and this is where you live, right here. You just get that going, and that's you. But no, we don't have coaches that make in-game adjustments. And it's starting to get frustrating because once that landslide started, somebody should have said, hey, you know what? Hey, time out. This is what we need to do. Y'all aren't right. There's no way we should leave two rookie corners one-on-one with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle with no coverage over the top. Now, if that safety or other safeties or whomever is out of position, that's on coaching. But y'all told me Mike McDonald was going to come in here and correct all of these things because he had a couple of good games against Central Arkansas and Western Michigan. Yeah, but he didn't. It's the same old thing. And to be quite honest with you, I saw some of this last week. And y'all joke and say Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco had 300 yards. And if it wasn't for some drops and missed assignments, Joe Flacco would have had another 3 touchdowns and maybe another 50 yards. So this all-world secondary that we have, it's not living up to it. And then conversely, this run game guru genius Greg Roman isn't either. They asked Harbaugh about the carry distribution as far as the running backs go. And he had some glowing things to say about Justice Hill, but he didn't say Justice Hill was going to get the ball. Now, clearly, Justice Hill is the best running back that we have right now. He's running the hardest. He's giving the best effort. He has the most explosiveness to him. Not a big Justice Hill fan, but as of right now, this moment right here, right now, right here, he's the best that we got. And we're not utilizing. We have always had an issue under John Harbaugh in recognizing talent, nurturing talent, developing talent. And it's coming through right now. And this run game is going to get Lamar hurt. Not being able to run the ball, not being able to run block, not being able to pass protect. Listen, it was one point in time where I think it was 15 players tackling Lamar at once. Like, how does this happen? How did you have a full off season to get certain things prepared and it didn't happen? And I know injuries happen, but we knew Ronnie Stanley wasn't coming back anytime soon. We all knew this. And me sitting from my couch, if I knew it, the Baltimore Ravens definitely knew it. Didn't have a contingency plan. Didn't have anything in place but bringing in another injured tackle and throwing him out there. Ben Powers, we've known since we drafted him. He ain't it. But we threw him out there. Lindenbaugh, he's a rookie. That's my guy. I ain't got too much to say because that's my guy. But still, we knew. Growing pains. You're throwing a college center in with grown men. And he doesn't have anything beside him helping out. What did you think was going to happen? So, hey, John Harbaugh, you're on the hot seat. So I guess you had a right to be kind of ticked earlier, kind of short with the media. I would be too, especially if I knew I wasn't doing my job.